tonight.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They have clinched the AFC West.
And that feels good for them, but they feel like their work is far from done because as it stands right now, they won't have the first-round bye. But a lot of teams will tell you, that's okay with us. We just want to get to the playoffs and wreak havoc from that point on.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Cohen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The stop by Taven Bryan.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Herbert's pass.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Herbert now. And it's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
First red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
2nd down at the 17-yard line.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Those are about teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Chargers 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
To DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Now it's Carson, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Cohen. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And hang on, we got an injury. And that's DK Metcalf. The wide receiver yet to get back to his feet. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On first down, it's Whitaker. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Number
10 more there and another first down.
Taken down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The give to Whitaker. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
This is Whitaker. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Cohen. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The football going back to the Rams now.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays,
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Seattle.
From the gun, Cohen. This one caught by Isabella.
Cohen's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5.
Here's Whitaker. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Herbert off of play action. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Cohen over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Cohen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down.
First down.
Back to throw. Cohen. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On the ground, Whitaker. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Seahawks.
On 1st down, Cohen. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Cohen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the gun, Cohen. He'll hit Whitaker in the flat. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Seahawks
operating from the gun. Cohen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Come on. Foster Moreau. His second touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Michael
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 11 yards there, first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCormick. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Herbert back to the air. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
22 yards.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, Cohen. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll out to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Jerry Tillery on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cohen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Over the middle, complete. That's Steele. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Herbert has it knocked free. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Seahawks
back to throw. Cohen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Operating from the gun. Cohen. That's Isabella open on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Andy Isabella. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Cohen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Herbert's pass.
2nd down and 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Russell Wilson, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Well, man, open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on first down. Cohen over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
From the gun, Cohen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll run on first down. Whitaker. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Cohen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Cohen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. To throw on 2nd down. Cohen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Cohen. Catch made. It's Moreau. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
Well, how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
from the gun. Herbert on third down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Chargers.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard.
Herbert on first down now. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
A gain of a yard.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
.42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
1st and 10.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made by Devin Bush.
Again, they'll go on the ground with Whitaker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Sakarist McKinley on the tackle.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cohen. And he'll find Moreau here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 2nd down now, it's Whitaker. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, Cohen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McCormick. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He's brought down at the 42.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Third and 5.
The Chargers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. They snap it to Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitaker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11 now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play.
On third down, Shaw. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Hammond. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
At their own 28-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Herbert, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
That's good.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's caught once again by Gallup.
Complete to
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, Herbert. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Eric Armstead, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. From the gun, Herbert going for, and that's caught inside the 30. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To the air again, Herbert throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. On for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I
I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
At the 21-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brought down by Shaq Thompson. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down. Cohen. This one caught by Isabella.
Cohen's pass.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st down, Whitaker. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense. Can't do that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
The Chargers
getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they can get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
That's good.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Herbert back to the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Complete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He's going to let it fly. And it will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for the Seahawks, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as